now we're going to go straight in with a scandal that you might have already read about because it's been absolutely everywhere and it's huge. So TSM have suspended a $210 million FTX partnership amid crypto exchange collapse. Now, in mid-November, cryptocurrency exchange FTX was thrown into the spotlight after it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States. This left billions of dollars of exposure in chaos for users and shareholders. And on November the 13th, TSM issued their own statement on the matter, stating that the organisation was consulting legal counsel to determine the best next steps to protect our team, staff, fans and players. Now they've suspended their partnership worth $210 million and they've taken them off absolutely everything, and rightly so. Now I'm joined in the studio with Matt Simpson, a producer here at Jinx. How are you, Matt? You good?
You called me by my full name today. That's exciting.
I did. I got the Simpson in there.
You did, yeah. It's about the only thing about me people. Oh, he's a Simpson.
He's a Simpson.
Used to be popular in the 90s. Not so much anymore.
It's like your tagline.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love that. So how do you feel about this story? Obviously, it's a big mess and it's such a huge thing.
This is wild. There are so many interesting things about what's going on here. So you've got this guy called Sam Bankman-Fried, I think his name is, and he's like a Californian rich guy who gets into crypto and makes so much money out of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he has this group of mates who all live together. I say mates, they're all in like polyamorous relationships with each other.
Yeah.
In an island in the Bahamas. And they're all multi-millionaires who are going around making all this crypto, like, you know, making huge amounts of money on these tradings, and they're doing a lot of illegal stuff because they're basically taking customer money and using it to leverage like crypto like loans on various things.
Yeah.
And they've got this second company that they use to funnel money between, and it's so unbelievably complicated. We don't really have time to talk about it, but the fact that it crashed so heavily so quickly, you've got $32 billion gone in a weekend. That's never happened before. In any finance thing anywhere. The biggest ever like financial crash was Enron in like the 90s, and that was 23 billion. This is 32 billion. It's an insane amount of money when you think about it.
It is. I mean, how does it go so undetected? That's what I don't understand, because, you know, it went on for such a long time undetected. Yeah. How does that happen? Because
crypto isn't regulated.
True.
Like there's no protections in the same way there are against, you know, say if you get money stolen out of your bank account, you're insured against that, right? So you will eventually get that back if it's been proven to be a crime. But with crypto, the whole reason why crypto bros celebrate it, oh, there's no regulation, there's no one, the man can't get me. But then when this happens, you're completely stuffed.
That's it. I mean, his whole team has crumbled as well. I mean, there's so many. I mean, they had a football stadium named after them. It's absolutely madness. I mean, how do kind of companies like recover from this though? Because obviously they've been connected to it. So, you know, how do they kind of brush it off? I mean, must take a long time.
You don't brush it off.
No.
Like, you don't, like the whole market goes. So, like with all these, as a result, so basically the company who kind of caused all this to happen were called Binance. And Binance are like the biggest sort of crypto trading company. And so they essentially were direct rivals to FTX.
Yeah.
This is the company that has folded. And so what's basically happened is that they've bought and then liquidated all their assets and just gone, right, get rid of these. You can have, like, they are being put back into the market. And you are going to lose a huge amount of money. But the thing is, it's who's going to lose the money through very complicated things. It's not the top hedge fund managers and the investors. It's the customers who have bought their crypto and are suddenly finding it's all just gone. And, you know, your crypto wallets are now empty. And so you've lost tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of investment for over a weekend because a few, you know, kids are playing games with each other, basically.
Well, I mean, I don't understand how they didn't see something fishy going on, because I read an article and it said that TSM had the call about the $210 million, you know, investment, but Sam was playing League of Legends while he was on the call about this massive amount of money, and somebody did see him on the stream and did say, I love this creator, I love this investor, and all this.
I love this founder.
I love this founder. Yeah. But you know, that just shows like it's not fully. Something must not be right. He's playing League of Legends while he's having this massive business call about a lot of money.
Well, there's two things to this. Okay, so the TSM side, Team Solomon had relied a huge amount on their investment. Like they were main sponsors basically. So losing this money is hugely problematic for them. I know that they said they're going to keep going, they're going to survive, and I think they probably will, but they are, at the moment, they're in trouble. But the other point you saw about him playing League of Legends, I mean, this is just quite a common thing now, I think, for young kids who seem to be making all this money, in that there is a certain laissez-faire attitude, a certain I don't really care. I remember seeing AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the politician, laughing at him for being like, we're a bronze level 3. I don't understand League of Legends, guys. Please don't ask me. But, you know, he's even got politicians mocking. But that's the thing. He was really tied into politics as well, this guy Sam. He was giving money to the Democrats. And he ended up really helping out with Ukraine and funding for them. And so, you know, arguably part of him helped sway some of the Gen Z vote in the last midterms in the States. So this guy had a huge amount of power, and it's all suddenly gone. It's wild.
Literally.
I've never seen, we've never seen anything like this.
No, I mean, it's such a young guy as well. I mean, it's actually quite scary. I mean, because he went to MIT as well. But, you know, it is mad how we do have, this generation has access to all of this stuff and to know all of this stuff and to even like learn, you know, the ins and outs. And, you know, people use it for good and people do use it very wisely.
He did
at the start, yeah, and he did. But it just, I think you get blindsided by money. But I mean, where do you draw the line?
Well, yeah, I mean, where you draw the line is you need to be able to draw the line. That's where regulation should come in theory, but it's not there. I mean, it's the Wild West. It's like a bunch of money and there's no regulation on it, so it's pretty much, you know, like a fool's gambit. You just go for it, and it's a gold rush.
Yeah.
It needs to be regulated as soon as possible, or this is only going to get worse, and more people are going to be left out of pocket.
Are there going to be? Do you think there's going to be more organisations that will start to get involved to regulate this? I mean, are there anyone at all?
Well, you need an independent financial regulator, but it has to come from the government.
Right.
So it has to come from the World Bank, and it has to come from, in this case, the US federal government.
Yeah.
You know, if there was UK-based ones, it would be from the Prime Minister and all the rest of it. So you need that is the only way this is going to be controlled. But the thing is, these things take years to pass, and crypto moves in minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
So we could be seeing a lot more of this for the time being. So
absolutely. Well, Matt, we've got more to talk about. But
I know.
we've got more to chat about. A little bit more positive as well. A little bit more positive.